How is everybody? Just gonna sit here and wait for everyone to jump on. Make sure to say hi whenever y'all start watching. Hi, Donna. Hi, Janice. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Karen. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Dustin. Tracy, Sabrina. So here's what we're gonna do tonight. So I'm gonna show everybody how to do the $1 million shine method on not only alcohol ink, which by the way, guys, here's how it turned out. Oh yeah, I moved my camera over here, so hopefully it, I don't know, hopefully it helps be able to see everything better. It was not focusing over here. Okay. Woo! Like anybody else see that? Ooh, you know what? Hold on, I need to invite Jennifer. Where's Jennifer Moriarty? Where are you at? Dang it. Let's see if Jennifer Moriarty hops on here. Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I was on the phone with my best friend. Yes, Karen, I have confetti dot glitter. Hi, Blair. Hi, Melanie. Karen, I'm sorry if you sent me a message about it. I'm blanking right now, and I am so feeling stupid, and I don't even know. It's been a long few days. You guys, please, like, forgive me if I forget things. It has been so crazy the past few weeks that, like, I don't even remember my name most of the time. Just saying. All right, Sabrina, I am going to epoxy this. I'm also going to show you guys how I, if you can see, there's some little spots like of adhesive and stuff on the scales. And there's also a few spots of paint on it that got underneath the stencil. So I'm going to show you all how to, Karen, I am so sorry. I saw your message the other day and I was going to respond and I totally forgot. I sent it out. I'm not sure what has happened because there's like 3 packages that I sent that no one can tell me where they're at. So I will resend it to you. I will, like, as soon as we get off here tonight, I will package it up and ship it out to you tomorrow. Another one. Hi, Barbara. Where was I back at? Oh, so tonight I'm going to show you guys how to do the $1 million shine epoxy method on alcohol inks while adding like a little bit of glitter to the epoxy. We're going to use this glitter. I showed it last night. It's really, really pretty. Yes, Karen, the weather has been very bad. You're right. anyways, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this glitter to put in the epoxy whenever I do the mermaid scale cup. It is, it's an icy glitter. It's called Frosty Pink Lemonade, and it is one of my newest colors. It's really, really super pretty. If you can see that, there we go. It's very beautiful, guys. So that's, again, figures. My stupid camera just is not gonna cooperate once again. Oh my gosh. I thought that it would be easier to use this than my actual camera on my computer, because my camera on my computer never wants to actually work, but apparently it doesn't. So you guys, oh hey, there was a freaking mosquito eater. That's awesome. Okay, well, I guess that's gonna have to work then. My YouTube channel, Melanie, is, you can search Team Brandos Design. That's my YouTube channel. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, all right. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted, but I wanted to make sure that I did this for you guys tonight. And yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna epoxy, or I'm gonna show you $1 Million Shine method over alcohol inks, and also adding glitter into the epoxy for this one. Also, I'm gonna show you on this one how to get like your adhesive residue off of the scales. So we're gonna show you that, and then I'm gonna also show you how to epoxy over just paint and vinyl. Nothing super like complicated or crazy. Just plain vinyl over, like, and plain solid paint. No glitter, no nothing. And I'm going to show you how to get your $1 Million Shine method, or $1 Million Shine epoxy coating without a bunch of dimples and bubbles. So we're going to do it over that. You know, that's just a basic vinyl decal, nothing super crazy. Yes, this is my honeycomb, my honeycomb 10-ounce cup that I got from Jennifer Moriarty, I believe. Yeah, I think that's how you say her name. Anyways, it's very, 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 very beautiful and sweet. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to get the $1 Million Shine epoxy coating over solid paint with a whole lot of vinyl on it, like the whole design being vinyl. This is my Michelob Ultra cup. It was hilarious when I went into Stripes and I got to the checkout counter and I had a tall boy Michelob Ultra. And the guys at Stripes, they know me because I've been going in there for 5 years, like twice a day for 5 years, getting my Dr. Pepper. Like, it's almost like clockwork every single day. And, oh my gosh, I'm looking behind me and Jesus, there's some major chaos going back there, huh? Behind me in my garage. Anyways, so it was funny when I walked up to the counter and with a tall boy, and the guy looks at me and goes, "You don't ever buy beer. What's different?" And I was like, "It's for a project." And he was like, "Okay." So anyways, this is my Michelob Ultra cup. And here's my cup. Right? And here's the Michelob Ultra can. I thought I did pretty dang good. What do y'all think? Except this one, the cup has the guy's name that it's for in the barcode. Hold on, I'm trying to glare over here. Anyways, in the barcode is his name. If you guys can see it without the super crazy glare. Anyways, it's like inside right here in the barcode. It's really cool. It says R. Jordan. It's the person's name who it's his cup. And they wanted the name on there, but they wanted the cup to look like the Michelob Ultra can. So I was like, okay, well, I got to put it in there somewhere where it's like, you know, nonchalant, but it's still there. And so I figured it would be cool to put it in the barcode. Thank you guys. I thought I did pretty good with this one. And then because there was a lot of vinyl on it after I was done, and I got all my vinyl decal and everything on there, and there was no lifting or anything, I sealed it with crystal clear Krylon enamel, the same thing that I seal all my water slides with, because that way it gave a nice coating over the outer lines of the decals, so that whenever I put my epoxy on, it doesn't make the vinyl lift. And with the gloss acrylic sealer, it doesn't give that, like, it doesn't feel the cracks, you know, like feel the lifting and stuff. So that's why whenever I do a cup like this where it's got a lot of vinyl on it, I always use Krylon enamel to seal it, and it always seems to work real good. And then I'll go back and I'll make sure that there's no, like, for instance, like this right here, there's like a little tiny hair right here. And so I always make sure I go back and get all those pieces off. And then I'm going to put one coat of epoxy on this. Only one, guys, just one. We're going to put one coat of epoxy on this, and it will be done. So that is what we're going to do today. I hope that's all good with you guys, and I hope, you know, if you guys have any questions, just obviously let me know. So first we will start with we're going to start first with, trying to think here. Yep, we're going to epoxy these two first, because that way when these start to turn and cure, I can show you guys how to remove the vinyl residue from inside of the mermaid scales. So first things first is take your part A epoxy and get it a little warmed up. All I do is I just stick it in front of my little space heater here for about 30 seconds. I know a lot of you guys have seen my $1 Million Shine method a few times, so you might already know these things. But I do get a lot of messages and a lot of questions asking how to get, like, the same beautiful $1 Million Shine with no glitter. Because, I mean, with glitter, if you do the certain steps, then you can get it to all smooth out, right? And you don't, you know, you can sand it or whatever. And it doesn't work like that with solid paint. And obviously it gets frustrating because, you know, what if there's glitter in the paint and all that other stuff. So what I do is I always have a separate bowl for just glitter epoxy, like epoxy that I make with glitter, or epoxy. Yeah. I have one bowl that I use for glitter cups, epoxy and glitter cups, and I have one bowl that I use for epoxying solid cups. Renee, I use Pro Marine epoxy. I only use Pro Marine epoxy. You can't pay me to use anything else but Pro Marine epoxy. I live and die by that stuff. Exactly. Everyone can tell you, and I can, see, my hair is, look at my hair. My hair's going nuts over here. I buy my pumps off Amazon, and I buy the gallon pumps and the gallon lotion pumps, and then I cut off like about 2 inches off of the gallon epoxy pump, or I cut 2 inches off of the lotion pumps because, like, here, I'll show you. This is one of them. So this is what I use, and I get it on Amazon. It's a lotion pump or conditioner pump for a gallon. Now these jugs are half a gallon each, so I cut off roughly about, I don't know, I would say an inch to an inch and a quarter off of the end of the straw, because these are too long for the half-gallon pumps. But the half-gallon pumps are a lot smaller, the straw is, so they don't grab the epoxy well enough. And then you end up getting, like, it gets stuck and stuff. So, all right. Oh, my thing wants to keep turning off. But yeah, I get my pumps off Amazon for, I think I bought 4 of them for like $15 or something. I don't know. And then I also have a separate brush for my solid epoxy cups, and I have a brush for my glitter epoxy cups, and I have a brush for my acrylic, you know, all the different kinds of cup technique things that I do. I have a different brush for all of them. I feel like it keeps from getting, sorry, I know you guys can't see me. I'm trying to find my solid cup brush. But if you use a different brush for each one, it keeps from getting like glitter in a solid cup epoxy and all that. Oh no, Karen, I've done that. I have done that. Oh my God, I've done that. This is why this mess is always up in a high bun, and I usually have all of my hair like pinned up in the back because I'm always afraid that I'm going to get hair under the epoxy. Hi, Nina. Where's the hair at? Like underneath the epoxy? Is it like in a really super noticeable spot? Is it a spot you can cover up with a decal? How did the girl's best friend turn out though, other than, you know, obviously other than the hair part? Did the girl's best friend look good on it? Crispy, my little heater I got from Walmart, and you can get them right now. They're usually on clearance right now because summer's about to start, you know, here in Texas, but I don't know what it's called. It's a Soleil ceramic heater, Crispy. Crispy, it's a Soleil ceramic heater. You can get them. I got mine at Walmart. You can probably get them on clearance right now. Because, you know, Texas weather and everything. Karen, I'd love to see a picture of it. I would like really love to see a picture of it. Love it, love it. Anyways, okay, so I have my bowl for my non-glitter epoxying, and I always clean it out, even though it sits in like a little drawer with all my other non-glitter tools. I always clean it out with rubbing alcohol before I start. Dropped it. Shannon, yes, it is a Michelob Ultra Cup. Hold on, I'll show it to you. It's freaking awesome. Shannon, I went into Stripes the other day to get a tall boy of Michelob Ultra so that I could make it look the same. And the people at Stripes were like staring at me like all crazy because I don't drink. and so they never, ever, ever send you by alcohol. And Mike, it already got claimed. My best friend already claimed it. She was around the corner. She was like, once you show it on the live tonight, I need that. I was like, okay. Shannon, so I made it look like the Michelob Ultra Cup, except like this one is obviously 25 ounces, so the calories and the carbs are different, but for a 20 ounce, the calories and carbs are actually scaled to the 20 ounce. And then I put 20 ounce right there on the side, where like this one has 25 ounce on the side, on the bottom. So I did it all with vinyl. I mean, besides the white and the blue, I spray painted, but everything else I did with vinyl. Came out pretty awesome. Okay, so for these 2 cups to epoxy these 2 cups and put 1 coat on there, you know, final coat, $1 Million Shine method, I'm going to do 2 full pumps of each A and B. Now, I have my pumps, like they have a little line halfway up on both of them, so that if I'm only doing like 1 cup, then I only do half a pump of each, and I have them like marked halfway on each of the little pump things. Thank you guys. But because I'm doing both of them, I'm going to do 1 full pump of each, and it doesn't really matter. Like, you can start with A or B as far as which pump or which one you pump first. So full pump of A, full pump of B, and then also hold on. So I got these new little stir sticks. Lisa, yes. Ouch. Now I only use this sealer for cups that I have like a lot of vinyl on. Like, I only use the sealer for cups with a bunch of vinyl on solid paint. But I use the crystal clear enamel, Rust-Oleum, for that. Hi, Cindy. Oh my gosh, Mike, I can't believe you're such a nerd. Crispy, I will have to, I'm not sure. I'll have to measure for you. But so I have like my epoxy already in here, and I got these new little stir sticks. They're cheaper than the hands, because I have the handy dandy ones, you know, like the ones that look like hands that I sell on the website. And I have those ones, but I can get these little ones for cheaper, and you can clean them off the same. But they're cute. Like, this one is glitter, and I use them all the time. And then this one has like a little cute doodad on the top. They're like little cocktail stir sticks, but they are reusable because I reuse them all the time. Anyway, so I'm gonna stir up my epoxy with my little stir stick. But my point in showing you guys these little stir sticks is because they're smaller and they're cheaper, which means that I can sell them for cheaper. So let me know if you guys will be interested in these ones. They are, as far as cleaning them, it's exactly the same. I just spray them with rubbing alcohol right after I use it and wipe them off with a towel. And they come right off. They come real clean. Anyways, I stir for 30 seconds or so. Stir for 30 seconds. Spray my stick right here with rubbing alcohol. And where's my, oh, there it is. And then wipe it off. Barbara, no, I'm not making two different batches of epoxy. I use the same batch of epoxy for both cups. Anyway, so yeah, you can see right here, like it came nice and clean just with rubbing alcohol and wiping it off with the towel. And then let it sit for about 5.5, like 7 minutes-ish. Usually I'll let it sit for anywhere between 7 and 8 minutes, the epoxy itself, when I'm doing just a solid cup, because that way it starts to cure. It's thicker when it goes on, and it is, you get that really good shine. So everyone says either 7 minutes or the same time as a cigarette. Go smoke a cigarette and your epoxy be done. Actually, Shannon, using a lot of vinyl sometimes makes the fish eyes happen worse with certain people and the way that they put the epoxy on. My method, my $1 Million Shine method, is very specific. I put the epoxy in the clean silicone bowl. I stir it for 30 seconds. 30 to 40 seconds is how long I stir it. I set it aside for anywhere between 5 to 7.5 minutes, or the time it takes you to have a smoke break. And then I will come back and I'll show you, you know, we'll continue with the steps. But I have very specific steps on my $1 Million Shine method, and then that way you don't get fish eyes. I get fish eyes once every, like, maybe 20 to 30 cups, maybe. And it's really only when it starts getting humid outside here in Texas that I end up getting fish eyes in my cups, and that's before I start. It's usually in between, like spring and me having to pull out my dehumidifier. So honestly, the only thing that keeps you from getting fish eyes is your method of applying epoxy. So, Jennifer, you like those stir sticks? I liked them. I got them, like, okay, so for like 100 handy dandy stir sticks compared to 100, for the same price as 100 handy dandy stir sticks, I can get like 500 of the little small stir sticks. Same price. Oh, sealing it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Sealing the vinyl will absolutely make 100% difference in whether you get fish eyes or not. Absolutely. Mike, I think I would agree with that. I used to use the little wooden popsicle sticks, and I don't anymore. These ones are just these ones are like a heavy acrylic. So, Crispy, the big brushes, I get them at Hobby Lobby. Leona, absolutely. A smoke break is usually the best time frame to let your epoxy sit. Donna, I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight or not. It really just depends. I just got like a huge shipment of cups and a huge shipment of supplies that I have to inventory and package. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do the shits and giggles tonight. Crispy, the 1-inch brushes are at Hobby Lobby in the mixed media section, where all of the like art brushes, like the artist paint brushes, the good paint brushes that like are $20 for a paintbrush, in that section. They're the same section where like the calligraphy inks and like the specialty pens for like high-end artists are. That's where I find them. Sonia, I am going to put the small, or actually I'll do that right now while we are waiting for the epoxy to cure. I'll add the small stir sticks to the website. Give me just a second. Crispy, you can get them on Amazon too. I'll send you the link. I'm still here, guys. Give me a second. I'm trying to grab these stir sticks so that I can put them, take a picture of them, put them on the website. Oh, guys, guess what else? Mike, I use the same thing. Aw, thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate it. So I also, guys, just added a new theme pack to the Bees Bling website. Sonia, everything that I show you here is on beesbling.net. beesbling.net. Jennifer, oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. Anyways, I added a new theme pack to the website. It's the Lisa Frank pack. I added this to the website. It is so pretty. It's like the perfect pack to do a Lisa Frank cup. So there's like Purple Rain, Prickly Pear, or Southern Peach, Sundays, and Hot Pink Cadillac. And also a 1/2 ounce little container of Black Mermaid. And so that way you can do like the cheetah print, like the neon Lisa Frank cheetah print cup. Perfect colors to do that with. So check that out on beesbling.net. Hold on 1 second. Rose. Crispy, yes, you have them all, I believe. Jennifer, I will, I promise. I have a bunch of stuff I need to add to yours. So I will get that done. I'm probably gonna work on that tomorrow, actually. Okay, so for the Lisa Frank pack, oh, Crystal, are you serious? That means that it's coming my way right now. Ugh, that sucks. I just added the Lisa Frank pack. Mike, thank you. Hi, Amy. Lisa Frank pack is in the description of the video, in the description up at the top, FYI. All right, I am not going to have time to add the new stir sticks to the website, but I will add them as soon as we are done with this live. Okay, because it's about time for us to go ahead and continue with our epoxy. Always use gloves, guys. Always use gloves. No matter what you're doing, always use gloves. I get the Gorilla Grip gloves from Walmart in the automotive section. Really? They are? Yay! Rose, I'm so glad to know that. I let my nail lady actually have some glitters, and I hadn't found out if she'd used them or not. Okay, so back to the $1 million shine epoxy method. All right, now we're going to heat it up for about 15 seconds or so, stirring while heating it. About 15 seconds. Okay. Stir it for about another 15 seconds. And make sure you clean off your stir stick. I'm in Spring, Texas, actually. I don't know if you were asking that, Sharon, if you were asking where I'm at in Texas. I'm in Spring, which is like, I don't know, 20 minutes northeast of Houston. Also, guys, I wanted to I want to announce something, but I kind of have an idea of how I'm going to do the big announcement. So this week sometime, which I'll give you guys plenty of heads up, but this week sometime I'm going to do a live, and I'm going to have a guest on my live, hopefully, if she will be willing to be a guest or willing to do the live with me and share the screen. Jennifer, Sheriff, will you do it with me? And Jennifer, Sheriff, and I have a big announcement that we would like to share with everybody, and it has to do with Southern Bees Bling and expanding. And so I want to do like a whole lot, or I want to do a live specifically for that though. So that will be to be determined on timing, but sometime this week is what I'm hoping, like in the next day or two. So yes, but that's big, huge announcement coming, guys. Big announcement. Jennifer, don't do that. Come on, girl. You know you want to be on with me. Teresa! Hi, Teresa. Guys, Teresa, I am helping her get the first annual, or the first ever, like crafting convention going. It'll be this coming, the end of this summer in August, and it'll be in Oklahoma City. And I am going to be a speaker, and it's going to be a really big, awesome convention. So stay tuned for those announcements as well. Mike, I'm trying. Okay, so my epoxy is ready to go. It's nice and thick, which is how I want it. I want it to be nice and thick, because the thicker it is, the more it means it's cured, and the thicker it's going to go on the cup. And if it's thick on the cup, then that means that it's not going to move around a whole lot. Anyway, so I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to dip it, and I'm going to start just kind of putting little bits on there, and then I'm just gonna paint it on there like you would any other cup. but because of how thick it is, it's going to sit and it's not going to move around as much. Make sure you're doing it in full strokes. Full, long strokes, top to bottom. Mike, are you going to go dirty with that? I'm waiting for it because that sounded dirty in my head as it came out of my mouth. Absolutely, though. Definitely come and hang out. All the details are coming soon. And like I said, I will be a guest speaker, and I'm also helping all of the organizing of it. I'm actually working on the little, or the, like the, I guess you'd call it the logo for it. Anyways, so make sure you're, you know, it's not that I'm doing a lot of epoxy on it, but I am putting full amount on it. Because I want to get it all on there in one coat. I don't want to have to do another coat after this. So make just full long strokes from top to bottom. Don't stop halfway in between. Make sure you're going all the way from the tip to the end, all the way up and down. Once you have a good enough coat on there where there's no spots that are bare or moving or anything else, you will see you'll see it all start to even out. And once you've gone from top to bottom about, I don't know, I would say probably about 50 times by the time you're done, and then you're going to go back around and put a little itty bitty more. See, I knew it, Mike. I knew it was coming. You're going to put a little bit more on there, and sorry, I'm getting epoxy all over the cup arm there in my hand. And then you're going to go from bottom to top so that all of the excess is going to slide downwards like this. And then I go on the inside, get off the inside stuff, that, and I kind of shake it onto the ground, and then I do the bottom, go back top to bottom. I just kind of go around and around until I'm comfortable with the way that it looks, and that there's no bump or bubbles, and there's no fish eyes, and there's no nothing. You pay really close attention to where your vinyl's at, because it definitely does get like little indentations where the vinyl is, that like the epoxy will miss a certain area or something. So you want to go back over it a good amount of times. Not putting more epoxy on every time, just going over the same epoxy multiple times. If it starts to get really thick and you can't, like it's not moving anymore and your brush is getting stuck, just apply a little bit of heat. Okay. So, see, not any fish eyes, looks real nice and real solid. And so now I'm going to go put it on my turner, and then we'll do the other one. I'm sorry guys, I totally, I missed all the comments, so give me just a second and I will respond to them, okay? Now, I do clean off my brush in between cups. Even though I'm using the same epoxy, I still clean my brush off in between cups. so that if there was anything that got on the first or on the brush from the first cup, like say there was paint that was like, I don't know, for instance, say it like wore off onto the brush or something, which doesn't usually happen, but sometimes it does. You want to get that off before you start the next cup. Tammy, I'm just showing my $1 Million Shine epoxy method on solid painted cups. Brush I'm using is a 2-inch silicone brush from Hobby Lobby. I have the small silicone brushes on my website. Yes, Jennifer. Can you how you're doing the lip of the cup? Donna, the lip of the cup, literally, I just go like downwards and then I will smooth out the lip later. So now we're going to do this one. There's a lot more in it. There's a lot more vinyl on it. So you want to not, like, don't press down hard with your brush on this one, okay? Like, just get the epoxy on there, and then this one we're gonna have to heat up the cup a little bit with the epoxy on it, because the epoxy has started to cure, so it is going to get very, very stiff and very difficult to move around. That's okay. I wanted it that way. That's why I waited for this cup until the end, because I wanted the epoxy to be almost fully cured before I started putting it on, because that way it's not going to move around, which means that it's not going to get up underneath the epoxy because it's not thin, or I mean up underneath the vinyl because it's not thin enough. But it does mean you have to do it pretty fast, and it does seem to get sticky, and if you don't do long enough strokes, your brush will get stuck on, like, in the epoxy on the cup. Once you get a full layer of epoxy on there, then you can start pressing hard down on the cup so that the epoxy is very, very securely getting into all of the areas and underneath and in between all of the vinyl. Okay, so the epoxy is super thick and it's super curing. So now I'm going to add a little bit of heat, not a whole lot of heat, just a little bit, just so that I can get the epoxy to move around in certain areas. And it will only move around for a very short amount of time. It's going to thin out, or it's going to get thick again very, very quickly. So I have to be very, very haste and very like I can't mess around. Like I have to drop that heat gun and put my brush back on it very quickly, turning it very quickly in my hand, smoothing it out very quickly, because like I said, the epoxy cures super quick and it will quickly become your enemy. Okay, I'm going to quickly put some on the bottom here, even though I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a little bit to the bottom later, just because the way that it laid down or under there. Okay, so Donna, you asked, as for the lip of the cup, I take my finger and I smooth around the lip of the cup right here and make sure that there's none that's going to soak up, like, that's going to, like, build up at the lip of the cup. I don't put on anything on the inside of my cup. I take an X-Acto knife after it is cured and dry, and I X-Acto knife off the epoxy that's gotten stuck up there, and then I smooth it out with super, super fine sandpaper. I have a couple parts that's being a little bit difficult for me right here that I'm just trying to fix up real quick. And then I'm going to stop messing with it because I know if I keep messing with it, it's just going to get messed up. So I'm going to put it on my turner now, and then I'll answer all y'all's questions. Okay, really quick, I'm just going to dump out the epoxy I have left into the trash can. And then I will douse it in rubbing alcohol to clean it, and then I will go back and I'll look at all your guys' comments and questions and everything and answer them. Give me just a sec. Sorry, the one thing that is the reason I haven't done a live on the $1 Million Shine method over paint, like the solid paint, no glitter, is because of what just happened. Like, I have to completely ignore all the messages you guys are writing, and I have to focus solely on the epoxy because to get it to where it's super smooth, you have to let it sit longer. If it sits longer, it gets thicker, which means that it's harder to maneuver, which means that it's harder to work with, which means that it's a little bit temperamental, and so you have to focus. So I apologize, and I will answer questions as I go, but I couldn't do that while I was working with the almost cured epoxy. So. Okay. All right. Let me go here and answer all these questions now before we move on. All right. Melanie, you're very completely correct. No tiny bubbles, no need for torch or heat gun after applying the epoxy. You're absolutely not. Does your brush clean up and stay soft after cleaning it? Sharon, the brush is silicone, so it's not going to ever be soft. It's hard. The silicone is flexible, but it is still very firm and hard, but it cleans up perfectly with rubbing alcohol. 91% rubbing alcohol. Jennifer, don't worry about it. Thank you, Mike. Let me go back here. All right. Dora Chavez. Again, silicone brush for epoxying. I have small silicone brushes on my website at beesbling.net. Donna, the lip of my cup, I clean it off with my finger on the inside, and then I just leave it till the end, and then I'll use an X-Acto knife and sometimes my Dremel if it gets really, if it's too much for the epoxy or for the X-Acto knife, but I'll clean off the top of it with the X-Acto knife and then use 1500 grit sandpaper to sand off the top, and then I clean it off really good. Again, Jennifer, yes, I was pressing hard for epoxy layer or on the epoxy layer because I had to move it around a lot. Crystal Layson, yes, I brush the epoxy on. I never use my finger, and I have been told by lots of people that once they swapped from the finger method to my method with the silicone brush off of beesbling.net, it's a game changer, and like the difference in how many bubbles you get, how many fish eyes you get, how many, all that stuff changes from like most often to like never. Tammy Parker, I'm showing all the different techniques of cups that you can use my $1 Million Shine method on. Solid cups with vinyl, no glitter. We're going to do, the next one we're going to put epoxy on is mermaid scale alcohol ink with adding glitter into the epoxy. Christina, I am so glad the epoxy method that I came up with works for you. I came up with the $1 Million Shine method about 1.5 years ago, I would say, and it's definitely changed my world as far as cup making goes. I went from having to sand and then go back in epoxy again and sand and epoxy again and like ending up with like 5 layers and the cup looking like an egg and it losing its form and everything else, to literally doing a glitter cup in 3 coats, and one of the coats being the glue that I apply the glitter to, and then 2 more coats after that. 1 coat after the glitter, and then putting the decal on, and then 1 more coat after that. And the $1 Million Shine method has changed. I'm not trying to, like inflate my head or inflate my bubble here, but I know from a lot of people telling me that the $1 Million Shine method has been a game changer for a lot of people in making cups. Barbara, I'm so glad that it worked on your crackle cup. That's amazing. Hi, Phyllis. I'm glad you tuned in. Crystal, the Michelob Ultra Cup, I'm probably going to have to put a light coat or 1 more light coat over this layer. But this epoxy right here, this is the first coat of epoxy I've done. I spray painted. I let my spray paint cure completely. I put on my vinyl decals. I sealed with Rust-Oleum crystal clear enamel. And then the coat of epoxy I just put on is the first coat. I will probably have to sand some spots and put 1 more light coat of epoxy. The Polo Cup, this will be its final coat, which is only 2 coats of epoxy now. Oh, Amy, here you go. Okay, there we go. That's that. That's that. Shannon, yes, it is a silicone brush. The one I use is a 2-inch silicone brush. But I also use the one I was using was a 2-inch. I also used I think it's roughly about 1-inch silicone brush, and I sell these on the beesbling.net website. Crispy, absolutely, any day, anytime you come on. I sell these on the website. This is also a silicone brush, and this is what I started out with. I used this for the first probably year that I was making cups. I sell them on beesbling.net. They come in packs of 3 or 2. Packs of 2 or 3. Nancy, I use way less epoxy. Way less. Like, these half-gallon jugs of epoxy will last me 150 cups. Just because of how little epoxy I have to use because of the way that I'm doing it. Mike, okay, I will do another wood grain video. Tammy Parker, yes, I use a turner. I actually make the turners, and I sell them. They're single turners. They're called my Space Savvy turners, and they're also on the Bees Bling website. They come apart and they fold down completely, and they're super light and super, like, they're awesome. You can get those also on beesbling.net. They're called the Super Savvy, or the Super Savvy Space Saving Turner. Hold on one sec. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't know if you can see it up there. It's just a single turner. I've had the same turners now for going on a year. I've had the same exact turners with the same motors because I buy the high-end motors, and that's what I make them with. And again, I sell them. They're $79 on my website. And they come with the 30-ounce cup arm. Okay. Tammy, yes, my Michelob Ultra Cup is all vinyl except for the blue and the white. That's paint. Christina, I love to share my methods with you guys. I like to be able to offer budget-friendly, like, time-saving hacks for anybody, like anybody's situation. I try and make it to where this is like an option for you guys. You guys have the opportunity to do these things without them being a stressor. Again, on my beesbling.net website, I sell pretty much everything you need to make a cup except for the epoxy. That's the only thing I don't sell. Epoxy and alcohol inks. Those are the only 2 things that I don't sell. Everything else you can get on my website, beesbling.net. I have a subscription box for glitter. The colors are absolutely amazing. Let me see. Teresa, bring some what? What should I bring with me? Crispy, I have a few new colors. I have the blue agave. I don't know if you have that one yet. I have the frosty pink lemonade. Oh, Jennifer, I have inquired about mica powders. I am waiting on some samples of mica powders so that I can test them out so that I can decide if I want to use the same supplier. Teresa, I will definitely make some turners and bring them with me. That would be a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so I think I've answered all the questions so far. So now we're going to it's blurry, guys. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's see if that worked. Ah. Ah. why it's all blurry. Yes, Janice, yes, the storm has started rolling. I can hear the thunder in the background. I'm thinking that that's what's wrong too. I think it's a little bit less blurry now, maybe. Ugh, stupid thing. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see if it unblurs for a second. God dang it, guys. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's the storm. It's better. It might be a little bit better. I don't know why. It's totally like clear on my computer screen, but then it's all like blurry on my iPad screen. Tina, shut up. Probably. No, I think it's the internet connection, honestly. Okay, do you guys want me to go ahead and keep going? Ah, dang it. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Okay, I think it's good now. Woohoo! Okay. No oh, I hear the thunder. Okay, yay. All right. It's good. So now what I'm going to do is I have these little itty bitty silicone brushes. They're real small. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to just take rubbing alcohol, and I'm going to spray the little silicone brushes. Just spray the little brushes, and I'm going to take and I'm going to just scrape in between my scales where there is vinyl residue. So if there's vinyl residue on inside the scales, I'm just going to take my little silicone brush, my itty bitty one. It's a detailing brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to clean it. Also, another way to do this, if you don't have like a little detailing brush. Okay, guys, ready for my newest hack? my newest cheapy deepy hack is, okay, hold on, let me find what I'm looking for here. I need a pencil. Hold on one second, I'm looking for a pencil. I need a pencil with an eraser. So actually, I really just need the eraser. All you need for this next hack is an eraser. Hold on one sec. Okay. So for this next hack, all you need is a pencil eraser. If you don't have the little itty bitty detailing silicone brushes, just take a pencil eraser and you can erase. You can use the eraser to erase any imperfections in between your scales. And it works even on light light amounts of ink. If ink got underneath your scale or your stencil, you can use the eraser to erase it away. The eraser also will take off that vinyl residue from your stencil and clean up your lines. I know it seems weird, but it works actually very well. Now, the awesome thing about these scales is that they're so precise. You guys are, shut up. What's funny is I really don't eat, sleep, and I don't eat and sleep the cup making process. I used to, but most of the time now I just do these for your guys' benefit. I don't do them for mine anymore because most of my work is all doing glitter and stuff like that. So these are all just hacks that I've found because, like, most of the time I've got my kids in the house or I've got my nieces or it's late at night so that I can't just run to the store and grab the things I need. So I always try and find just something I have laying around the house that will fix whatever I need. Donna, yes, it's glitters. Gina's using an eraser on you. Awesome sauce. That's awesome. That's hilarious. Tell Gina I said thank you. Erase him away. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Anyways. Now I'm just trying to clean off those eraser marks, like, well, not the eraser marks, but like the pieces of eraser that came off as I was erasing all the goop. And it has definitely cleaned up my lines. So I can go ahead and, hi Terry. You missed the first part, but we're about to put glitter in our epoxy and epoxy the mermaid cup from last night. The eraser definitely works really well though, guys, because it won't erase the design away. Like if you were to use yeah, acetone or like even whenever you use the alcohol ink, if you're doing it before you've epoxied over your alcohol inks, you can always risk the chance of of your alcohol inks getting messed up from the rubbing alcohol, and it changing the color of it. But the good thing about the eraser is it doesn't do that, so you don't have to worry about it. You can also use just a little brush as well, if you need to erase the little pieces of, like if you have paint on there that's just not coming off with the eraser, you can also use a little, like a really stiff brush, like a really super tiny itty bitty detailing brush like this with small, like an itty bitty spot of of hairs. Mike, I'm working on that with Promarine right now. I've been back and forth trying to work out a contract and a pricing and stuff. I'm working on that with Promarine right now, so possibly. Anyways, but this little brush, this little paint brush is like super duper stiff, and it's only got a few hairs on it, so it's I can dip it in acetone and get the little areas that the eraser just wouldn't take off, which that does happen sometimes. So I just want it to be perfect because I'm like really, I don't know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I don't know if y'all know that yet. People are always like, I wouldn't have even been able to tell, and I'm like, yeah, but I know it's there. So all I'm doing is I'm just cleaning these areas up right here. Oh, I wanted to throw this out there because I posted about it in my glitter group in my Bees Bling Glitter Hive, and I think I also did it in Southern Bees Bling Supplies group. But if you guys are interested in being in your cups being featured on the Bees Bling website, that obviously it gets like a lot of traffic, as far as like people you know, surfing our site and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna have a featured section on there of cups made with Bees Bling supplies. So made with our glitter and with our tools, like our epoxying supplies and stuff like that. So if you are interested in being featured on the website, please message me watermarked images of your items, and it doesn't have to be cups. It can be phone grips or jewelry dishes or anything you want it to be. I have no problem, and I don't judge people who smoke weed, not one bit. But I will not feature anything on the website that does have anything to do with drugs in any way, form, or fashion. So the trays I won't put on there. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I have nothing against anybody who does. It's just by choice because I am a recovering addict, and I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to showcase anything that has anything to do with drugs of any kind. So I just needed to put that out there because I didn't want anybody to think that I was, you know, disliking their images or their items. That's just a, you know, a personal decision. So anyways, if you're interested in being featured on the website, please private message me your image with watermark, what supplies, what glitter colors you used, and if you have a Facebook shop or Facebook like business page or anything like that, definitely give me the link to that so that I can point people in the direction for you. Yes, I know I have a custom cup business too. I make cups for people all the time, but I also like to help I like to help you guys get some traffic and some business as well. So I'm happy to put your website or your Facebook business page attached to your image. I also, if you sell supplies that we don't already sell, or if you have like a Tumblr help group or anything like that, you're also welcome to send me the links to those, and there's a possibility that we could put them in our go-to extra supply groups, or our go-to help links for Facebook groups to join as newbies and stuff like that. Thank you guys for understanding. What else? Oh, okay. So I wanted to throw that out there though, for sure, because I definitely want to get a nice little rotation going of images. And just because you've already, like, if you've already been featured on the website, don't hesitate to send me more pictures. Because I mean, it's always good for me to be able to show customers or prospective customers what a cup or what an item, whether it be, I know someone mentioned earlier that you can dip nails in the Bees Bling glitter. Please, please, please send me a picture of that. Please send me a picture of glitter dip nails in Bees Bling glitter, because I will absolutely put that on the website as a featured item. Janice, I am happy to do that. If you have a picture of once we get the sippy cup, then I'm happy to feature you. Anyways, don't Mike, okay? But it's got to be used with Bees Bling supplies. So like the glitter, or or even if it is just Bees Bling cups, like if you've used a Bees Bling blank tumbler and you used somebody else's glitter or alcohol inks or paint or something like that, that's okay too, because I can feature it as you using our stainless steel brand. Okay. So please, please, please message me those images, because I can't feature you if I don't have a picture. I will probably rotate them weekly, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm just about done cleaning up these lines, and then we're going to go ahead and put epoxy on this cup. Almost done here. One last area right here that I missed. And done. Okay, so now we're going to put epoxy on this, and we're going to add our newest color again, which is Frosty Pink Lemonade. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. And we're going to put that on this cup. So let's get our epoxy going again. All right. And then after we epoxy this one, this will be it for the night. I've got a lot of website updating to do. I would love to be your guys' only glitter dealer. Please remember, if I don't have a color you're looking for, do not hesitate to ask me. Send me a picture of what you're needing, and 90% of the time, I can make it happen within a few days. Now, remind you, because most of my glitters are custom dyed, and I only use supplier glitter for the base of my glitters. Everything else is dyed and then added into the glitters. So it does take a few days to be able to be processed and ready for packaging and shipment. So for custom requested glitters, it is at least 48 hours, if not 72. But most of the time I can get it done in 48. All right. Oh, just spread myself with acetone here. Oh, Crispy, are you still there? Crispy, I think whenever you go to the glitters, whenever you go to all products, you can choose to sort the products by newest first, and then that way you can see the newest things that have been added. I just thought about that. I know that was like way, like a few minutes ago, but I believe you can do that. Phyllis, I can do that for upon request. I don't think I'm going to actually add it on the site like that, but I will note in the description of the glitter colors that for bulk ounces, like over 6 ounces of the same color, that I can offer a discount. I think I can definitely do that for you. So yeah. The color we're going to put on the cup, or the color we're going to put in the epoxy right now, Frosty Pink Lemonade. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like in a glitter mold. It's super, super pretty. And in a glitter mold, the Frosty Pink Lemonade, this is what it looks like. Sorry, I'm trying to do this where it's not like... Okay, so Frosty Pink Lemonade, because I'm trying to make it, okay, there we go. I'm just trying to cover up the light. The Frosty Pink Lemonade is really super pretty. This is Frosty Pink Lemonade in just the epoxy mold by itself. Just plain epoxy in the mold, Frosty Pink Lemonade. It is so, so, so pretty. It's really super icy and beautiful. What do you guys think about that? It is so, so pretty. That is just plain with just epoxy, like no other colors mixed in, no nothing. Now, more opaque version of it, so if you put it on like white, or if you mix it with, this is what it will look like. This is what it looks like mixed with Piggy Pink. This is mixed with Piggy Pink, guys. So it is super, super pretty. I love it, guys. I absolutely love it. This is mixed with Piggy Pink. So it comes out like this. This is Piggy Pink and Frosty Pink Lemonade mixed together. So this is Piggy Pink on bottom, over white. So I base coated it white, then I put piggy pink on it, and then I added the frosty pink lemonade into the epoxy. I have another color that will be coming out tonight, and this one is lemon ice. Lemon ice. What do you guys think of that one? It's lemon ice. This is lemon ice mixed with vanilla ice. Sorry, I had to think about this. This is lemon ice mixed with vanilla ice. Lemon ice is super beautiful by itself as well. Lemon ice will be on the website momentarily, actually. But this is lemon ice. It has a light yellowy tint to it, almost like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's just got it's almost like a lemon zest. It is very, very beautiful. It's got little bits of silver in it. And it is also very icy colored. That will be on the website actually in the next 15 minutes or so. So that one is called Lemon Ice. The first one is called Frosty Pink Lemonade. And as far as the colors that I mixed it with in the molds, Mike, yes, I can show you vanilla ice. Hold on one second. Okay. Vanilla ice is not on the website either, but will be momentarily. It is more of a chunky, or it's got more chunky in it. It's got more chunky than fine, extra fine. The lemon ice and frosty pink lemonade they're both fine and mini chunk with a little, or fine and mini chunk, and then vanilla ice is actually chunky, mini chunk, and fine. So and it is also semi-opaque. So it's more chunky. It's almost like, it looks almost like Ice Ice Baby, except it's chunkier. So vanilla ice is the chunky semi-opaque icy glitter. Then we have lemon ice and frosty pink lemonade, which are both fine mini chunk icy glitters. So yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and put my epoxy in my bowl and let it go ahead and start to cure and sit, and then I'll add the vanilla ice and lemon ice to the website. I'm just going to go ahead and, again, I am mixing my epoxy over here for my $1 Million Shine method. I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll add the Frosty Pink Lemonade into it. And the reason I wait about 5 minutes is because if we add the glitter into the epoxy and then let it sit to cure, then it begins to sit like just sprayed it on myself. It begins to sink to the bottom if I put the glitter in the epoxy and then let it sit. So I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes first, and then I will add the glitter into the epoxy. Okay. So again, I stirred it for about 15 or 30 seconds, then I'm gonna set it to the side, let it start to cure. And in the meantime, I will add those new glitters onto the website while we're waiting for that epoxy to cure. All right, I hope I didn't freeze here, guys. Crystal, I totally always sing Ice Ice Baby. Like every time I think about it, I'm always like, Ice Baby. Ah. Anyways, yeah, so yes, I love it. Okay, I'm glad I'm not frozen on y'all's end. I know I'm frozen on my iPad, but I'm not frozen on my phone, so that's good. I don't know, my iPad's being weird. I think it's because it needs to update, but all right. Well, I'll just put that aside then, and I'll use my phone. Apparently, I have to use my phone. Okay. All right, so everyone can smoke break or whatever, and while we are, oh, there, I froze for a second. I saw that. While we're waiting for that to go ahead and cure, I'm gonna add the new items to the website. Or at least I'm gonna try. I don't know why my phone or my iPad's being stupid. I think it's because it's just a piece of crap. So I'm over here singing to myself. Do wop, bop, bop. Send me a song. Send me a song, Mike. I love Vanilla Ice. Love it. Me and Ice Baby. Phyllis, really quick. The zip file that I sent you, for the mermaid scales, you have to extract them from the zip file before it'll let you import it into the Cricut program or whatever. But one of the files that, or one of the file formats that I send is an SVG, so I'm not sure why it wouldn't work just fine. Terry, you didn't get what? You didn't get the file? Is that what you're talking about? If you didn't get the file, I will resend it. I'm not sure why, because I thought I sent it to everybody. But I'll send it again. Carolyn, no, I did not get your message, but I haven't looked at all my messages today either. So that could be why. Terry, I will I'll check as soon as we're done here. I'll check on if you got, or if I, or why you didn't get it or whatever. Okay. All right. I realized I hadn't put my watermark on the lemon ice or the vanilla ice pictures, so I was trying to do that real quick, and it was taking me longer than I wanted because the stupid program didn't want to open. So we are going to go ahead and put epoxy on our mermaid cup real quick, and then I will add those glitters as soon as we get off here. Alrighty, so we're going to take our epoxy, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit, and I'm just going to add it into it. I'm just going to do a light layer on the top of the epoxy. As you can see, there's just like a super thin layer right on top of the epoxy. I'm going to let it soak in there real quick, or like just for a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to go ahead and mix it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mix it in now, and I'm going to add a little bit more. Not too much, just a tad more, because I definitely don't want too much. I don't want it to cover up the beauty of the mermaid. Now, guys, the scale file, I did send it out to or I offered it out to everyone who was live with us last night on the video. Not anyone who watched the video after the fact, but anybody who was live with me during my video last night got the file emailed to them. If you didn't get it and you want it, please send me a message and I will send it to you. I had set aside 34 because that is how many people I had live with me last night, and it's like that was the highest number that was live with me last night. So I set 34 downloads onto the website, and they were able to download that for free. 34 people got to download it for free. It is now still on the website. Let me tell you, it is a game changer again, because a mermaid cup took me like no time last night, where normally a mermaid cup, because you have to place each scale separately, normally a mermaid cup would take what, like 3 or 4, you know, it would usually take about 3 hours to put all the scales on if you're doing a 30 ounce. At least it's how it used to be for me. And last night it took me like 10 minutes. So I'm just saying, like, I know that it seems like a high price um, for a file, but I spent 50 hours, over 50 hours perfecting that scale file, so that it would take you 10 minutes instead of 10 hours to put mermaid scales on, and also making sure that you guys were able to have it you know, be seamless and beautiful and everything else. So understand that when I priced it, it still is way less than I feel like it's worth. Oh, it took me 3 minutes to put it on. Okay, so it took me 3 minutes to put the image or the design on. So let's see. Used to, it took me 3 hours. So it would take 3 hours for one cup before this 2-piece design, or the 2-piece wrap. So 3 hours times 60 minutes, it's 180 minutes. That's 90 cups I can do in the same amount of time that I used to do one cup. So it's a black box when you put it in. Crap. Okay, so what would be the best file format for me to convert it to, like just PNG then? Or, because it's already, there's an SVG of it, and then there's PDF and a silhouette file, I believe, are the 3 that I put in the zip file. But I can, Rebecca, you can get the file. It is available for purchase on beesbling.net. So Rebecca, if you want to go to beesbling.net, you can search the digital file collection, and you can purchase that that file. Jennifer, if anybody has issues with the files, just let me know, because I am happy to do it like in any version that you guys need it in. Tina, I'm not sure why it is why it's showing up as a black box, but I can convert it into a PNG for you if that would be easier. Jennifer, what do you mean the design is so long? I'm confused. And Terry, you're very welcome. I felt like since you guys, you know, hung out with me all night last night while we did it, that, you know, it was, and I know that a lot of people jumped on that free file this morning. So those that weren't able to grab that free file, I wanted to make sure you guys still got it. Okay, let's go ahead and do this epoxy before it cures too much and I can't use it. So I'm going to heat it up. It's already got some glitter in it. Frozen pink lemonade is what we added into our epoxy. Again, we let it sit for about 7 minutes, added some frozen pink lemonade, stirred it up, added a little bit more, heated it up, and stirred it, and we are now good to go. Tina, I will convert it into a PNG and try and send it to you that way. Jennifer, yes, it used to take such a long time, and it definitely took me a long time to design that one. I do have a 30-ounce file that is just about done. I should have it done tonight and it will be available for purchase. It will not be free. Sorry. Barbara, there are 3 options for the file. You'll have to go on the website and look at them. You can get a personal use one. You can also get the business use one for reproduction of it. That one does cost more. I have to do that for the simple fact that guys, I am one of those people that I will give away everything I own to help somebody else. But I have recently been reminded that all the time and effort that I spent on things such as the distressed Confederate file and the distressed American flag file, and then people are taking those, they're reproducing them, and they are selling them for profit, like just the file formats. They're selling my file formats for profit. And so I had to set some policies and procedures to this file format because I know that this one would be one of those that people would run with, copyright, and take as their own. And this is something that I'm not going to allow happen to myself anymore. I've had that happen to me one too many times this last year where people have taken something that I've designed and claimed it as their own. And a few people, a few of my vivid followers, avid followers, and avid supporters have reminded me that I give a lot and I don't have to shortchange myself for that. So, oh, because I have my small cup here that I was drinking out of, but it ran out, so I had that one as a backup. Okay. I'm going to put our epoxy on now. We're putting our epoxy on our mermaid cup. It has, Janice, that's what I'm trying to I'm trying to make myself do that. I'm making myself do that with this specific design because I know that the mermaid cup is one that there are so many bottom feeders out there that they will definitely grab my file and reproduce it for their own. So I just couldn't let that happen, not this time. So I went ahead and I did copyright it, and I did add some policies and procedures and some just regulations to using the file. So I know that it's not ideal and that people don't want to pay for a file like that, but the reality is that when you can make 90 cups in the time that you used to be able to make 1 cup, it's a game changer and it's definitely worth it, you know? So to each is their own, and people can decide how they want to do it and everything else, but I think that I do pretty good as far as making things budget friendly for everybody. But I do have to remember that I am in business and I do have to protect myself too. So anyways, enough of that stuff. Donna, now I'm going to say that I think that I'm working on getting one that fits the to fit the Ozark cups as well. Like I'm working on trying to figure out the dimensions on that one. But as far as it fitting the Bees Bling 20-ounce cup, the Bees Bling 20-ounce cup, the dimensions of it are like they're about as close to the Yeti dimensions and hog dimensions and stuff like that. Like I'm telling you, they are almost identical in in dimensions. So my file will probably fit those two brands as well. But those of you who got the file format for free, if you decide to use it on a different brand, let me know which one works and which one doesn't, and because I would definitely appreciate that and definitely like to know. So if anybody asks, I can let them know. I'll have to read up on the comments because I can't see them. But anyways, I was putting epoxy on this cup. So this is the frozen pink lemonade on that cup. It looks flippin' amazing, y'all. Like, oh my God, how can I even explain how beautiful this looks right here? Like, I can't. I really cannot show you how pretty this looks. Can you guys see this? Can you see how pretty that looks? It gave it just enough pearlescent. Guys, it's freaking amazing. Like, I'm telling you, this color, this frozen pink lemonade is like, it's ridiculous. It's so beautiful. It's actually, it's just absolutely amazingly, like, I can't even express how beautiful that is right there. For real. Wow. Just wow. I love it. Love it. Hold on one second, guys, and I will scroll up and I will read your guys' questions and stuff about that file. And I'll let you know what the answers are. Give me just a sec. Got to clean off my tools and stuff. Oh, I will absolutely post completed pics for you guys of all this, for sure. I'm actually going to use this epoxy right here to do a mold of the vanilla ice. Sorry, guys, I'm cleaning out my bowl and stuff because it was already starting to get super sticky. I swear, guys, I'm coming back to answer your questions. I promise. Give me just a sec. I made a mess just now. Okay. All right. Back to answer all y'all's questions. Let's see here. Mike, you're dumb. You were on the live last night. You can have the file. I'll email you the file, Mike. You get it for free. You were on the live last night with me. So you are part of the group that gets it for free. The file that say Chrome came in as HTML when I unzipped them. Nina, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that would do that, because it's working for some people and not for others. So maybe it's the internet, like if you're opening it in Explorer, or if you're opening it in, like, I'm not sure. Message me. We'll figure yours out. Barbara, Janice, all y'all, yes, it is very wrong, but I have had a lot of people rip me off on my designs this last year, and I've really just like shooken it off and I just let it happen, because I know that karma will get them in the end. But I spent many countless hours on this one. Like, I mean, probably 500 times the amount of time that I spend on any other design. And it was a lot of measuring, a lot of math, a lot of curving and all that other stuff, and it was exhausting. But I knew that I needed to get it done, and I knew I needed to do it for you guys, and so I did it, and it didn't matter. But I do think that I deserve, to make sure that I get, again, the credit and I think I deserve to be able to charge for it. Now figure out the dragon scales. Well, the awesome thing about having the correct curvature and the correct dimensions and like numbers for the scales is that I can pretty much use that same formula method for anything else. So we're gonna definitely try and do a different design out of it so that we can get all of them files and be that one. We can definitely be the one-stop shop. Mike, I know you did. Thank you. Donna, when you said it, but it's also specifically designed for Bees Bling 20-ounce cups. It is specifically designed for that size cup, but it doesn't mean that it won't necessarily fit another cup. So I just can absolutely 100% confirm that it will fit our brand cups. That's really where I was going with that. I want to make sure. Rose, as for the file that I sent for free, you guys basically received the commercial licensed file for up to 50 cups reproduced. If you're gonna need more than that, then I kindly request that you guys purchase the higher volume file, just because, like I said, like, there's going to be hundreds of thousands of cups out there with my mermaid scale format on their cups, and so all I'm asking in return is not necessarily like royalties, but I mean, basically for 500 cups, I'm only receiving about 10 cents a cup. But it was definitely a lot of time and effort spent into doing it. So the file format that everyone received for free is for the commercial license format or file up to 50 cups. And you guys can find that and all of the specifics and the policies and regulations and all that in the description of the digital file on the website. Crystal, same thing. There's multiple options on the website for which file format or which file volume you're going to need. If you're buying it just to do practice, just to do, whatever, then you can buy the personal format. I'm not sitting there charging $90 for a commercial license. There's a lot of websites out there that you can buy the commercial licensing for designs, but it still limits you to not being able to resell anything made with it. So you're getting the rights to produce things that have that file on it, but you can't profit from it. And I think that's stupid. And also, if they are letting you profit off of the file format or the commercial grade license, usually it's costing you $100 and some odd for one file, and you're only allowed to produce up to 50 products with that license. If you go on Shutterstock, you can buy the commercial license, but you're only allowed to produce 50 items with that licensing, and the licensing is $199. So you're paying $199 to put that image on 50 cups, basically. Okay, mine is way less than that, and I did that on purpose because I am still trying to be my budget friendly self. Again, as Barbara Nelson stated, yes, there are the proper files for being able to use it for reproduction for profit. But as I stated one more time, last time, the file format that I sent everybody for free gives you the licensing, the commercial licensing to produce up to 50 products for resale for your own profit. Okay, so basically the file format I sent you guys for free is the one that costs hold on one second. The one everyone got for free is the commercial licensing that costs $28. That's to be able to reproduce and resell, that is the commercial license to produce products using the file for resale for up to 50 items. Okay, so you can make 50 cups. You can use it to make shit. You can use it to make just about, I mean, you could wrap it around a dang phone case or something. However you want to use it, you're welcome to use it, but it's for up to 50 items, okay? Terry Harris, I use a silicone brush. You can get them on my website at beesbling.net, or if you want the larger silicone brushes, I get the gray ones. They're 2-inch. They're from Hobby Lobby. You can also get them on Amazon. Nina, okay, I know what happened. I think it's because the scales are filled in black. So anybody who has Design Space or Cricut or is using it for anything other than Silhouette, please let me know ASAP. Just send me an actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to reformat that file, and I'm going to send it back out to everybody who I just emailed it to. Anybody who bought it online or on the website and got one of the free ones, please message me and let me know your email address so that I can resend you a new file, because I just realized that they are filled in black, and for Design Space, I believe they have to just be the outline. So I will fix that. Mike, you're the brother I never had. Love you. Nina, it's definitely not Google Chrome. It is definitely the fact that the scales are filled in. So I will resend you a new one. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate it. I appreciate I appreciate all of you guys. You guys have made me realize that I deserve the recognition for things that that I should be trademarking and copywriting and all that stuff. And I don't, but I didn't for a long time because I felt like I didn't deserve it, but I'm definitely trying to make myself do it now, but still do it at budget friendly prices. Rebecca, it all depends on which commercial license you purchase. 50 cups is a lot of cups to produce. I mean, it's a lot of cups to produce. And I'm not talking about the ones that you end up having to strip. Like if there's a cup that you make with the scales and you have to strip that and you don't make nothing off that cup, then that doesn't count against you. I'm not going to sit there and be the commercial license police. I'm not going to be the mermaid scale police, okay? I'm not like that. But I am trying to make sure that people are not reselling my design, my SVG, my file, not sharing it in other groups. So if you see this shared in any group and I'm not the one who shared it, please let me know immediately. So yes, Rebecca, there is a limit, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to be the commercial license police, okay? Unless you're literally selling or like producing them in mass quantities to take them to like a show or something, that's the only time you would need that higher end or the higher volume commercial license. Janice, what do you mean hide the file format? I mean, someone who's smart enough could absolutely reproduce and the file. I mean, they could extract the file, they could, do some tech savvy stuff to it, and they could definitely resell the file easily. But I will have my eyes open for this one because this one is something that I know is going to go big and I know it's going to go viral. And that is why I am trying to make sure that I claim the rights and the usage to this. I mean, I've spent the last 6 months trying to get this thing correct. So I'm definitely going to protect it. Donna, you should be fine with yours. You should just be able to use the Silhouette. I think I included the Silhouette Studio file in the zip file. So just open the Silhouette Studio file, and it should pop right up in yours. Mike, yes. We sell 50. If you sell 50 of the cups, then yes, I would appreciate if you repurchase the newer commercial license, the higher volume one, or another 51. That's fine too. Now it's really up to morals and whether you guys are gonna be honest and all that fun jazz. Crystal, I will be speaking at the first annual crafters convention in Oklahoma City in August. But I'm really considering doing maybe just a small like day-long teaching workshop. Because Crystal, I believe you're in Houston or like in the Houston area, correct? If so, I think that I think it might be something that I would consider doing for sure. Like I just need to find and rent I just need to find like a small space that I can do a workshop at, because I don't have the space here at my house to do the workshop, so I need to find a place that will allow me to host it. Mike, the silhouette file, you should be able to open the silhouette version right inside of it. Rebecca, you're welcome. Thank you for asking. Mike, okay, people have gotten really, I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to be mean because that's not me, but I'm just saying people have gotten very ridiculous about the fact that, like, sometimes they can't access Dropbox because they don't have a Dropbox account or whatever from my YouTube file, and then they can't download the file because they don't have the Dropbox account, and they will literally, I have had people call me 20 times in a row trying to get this free file, and it's like, all right, y'all need to just calm down and back off. Like, I have a life too, and I'm not trying to be mean, but when you're that that overwhelming and persistent about it, like, I get exhausted. So I am actually going to be adding my Rebel flag and my American flag files on the Bees Bling website in the digital downloads for a small fee to download it, and then I will have one flat rate commercial license to resell the product. It will be a small amount, and it's only simply for my time, because I'm not going to try and get paid for our country's flags. Like, that's not right, but I am going to get paid for the time and effort I put into designing the file. Crystal, I will absolutely. Sharon, that would be cool too. Crystal, if you know anybody, or if anyone who's in the Houston area knows anybody, or has a decent size, like, conference type room or something, or space that would allow us to come and make a mess if we promise to clean it up, to do a workshop, let me know, because I'm happy to do one. I just don't know anybody or know anywhere that I could actually do the workshop at. Donna, thank you. You're amazing. I love you. And I love all you guys, and I really do appreciate all of your assistance and all of your support and all of your love and all of your backing. You guys are awesome. I am going to go ahead and hop off of here now, because right now I am literally going to hit end on this, and I'm going to add the lemon ice and the vanilla ice items to the website. Don't forget that the Lisa Frank theme pack is now on the website, and I'm also going to finish up conversions for the 30-ounce mermaid scales, and I will resend the 20-ounce mermaid scales to everybody that was in that group email earlier. And if anybody didn't get the group email, then please let me know, and I will re-email you a new file as well. Janice, sorry, let me answer your question really quick. How I came up with the Bees Bling name. So Southern, I'm in the South, I'm very Southern home hospitality type of person. Bees is, it's actually like my, you know how people have their like spirit animal? Well, mine's a spirit insect, because I am like a bee. Like, I can make your life beautiful. I can make your life very, very fulfilling and sweet and loving and everything else. But the second that you F with my family, my friends, my close relative, anybody I care about, or if you mess with my companies, as well as all of my loving supporters like y'all, we're gonna sting the shit out of you, and you're gonna feel it. Like, so before I ever opened the company, it was my spirit insect, a bee. I love bees. And so that's why I used that, because I think that they're very amazing creatures. But I also think that they definitely take care of their own, and then bling because of glitter. So Southern Bees Bling. There was a lot that went into it, but That's how I got the name. Whew. Gloria, you can purchase the scales on beesling.net on the website to receive your, or I'm sorry, you can purchase the file on my website. The people who were online with me last night on the live, they got them for free because they were a part of the, you know, the debut of them. But you're welcome to get them off the website. And again, it's beesling.net. I am replying to your comment, and I'm gonna send you the direct link to the item. So yes. Mm-hmm. Whew, I think, okay guys, I think that Janice, that's amazing. And Crispy, I will email you the file. You were on the live with me last night, so you are part of the group that gets it for free. So I'll send you the basic file of it right now. Crispy, I wish you would have gotten a silhouette because I could have taught you how to use that. Anyways, all right, guys. Well, I love you all, and thank you for hanging out with me. Sharon, sorry, really quick. I try and go live at least a couple times a month. I try and do it as often as possible. I always complete the cup with you guys, and I always let you know, like, I always let you know the day before and the day of multiple times on timing and what time I'm going to go live. And I always usually do it in the evenings, anytime after 8. So yes, Sharon, but you can also see other videos that I've done on YouTube. Just search Team Brandos Design. Okay. All right, guys, I will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to go update the website. Okay. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with me.